Miracle, an event so marvelous that it seems from above. Miracle is a noun meaning a fantastic or wonderful occurrence. Over the years, I have come to expect amazing or wonderful occurrences using our machines. Many of our practitioners and customers have called their results Magna Wave Machine miracles. I often say, don't believe in miracles, work toward them, and depend on them. In this episode, I will cover some excellent results my wife has experienced and a practitioner's experience with Parkinson's disease by utilizing PEMF. My wife Debbie and the Miracle Machine. Debbie was a school teacher who had taken a fall on ice while walking her students between buildings in 2005. As a result, she had severe compression of her upper spine and she had 3 herniated discs. She experienced continual pain and limited mobility in her left arm and shoulder. I used all the devices available to us, including low-power PEMF and laser therapy, to help her situation. While she got some relief, she did not experience any reversal of the case. In 2007, a horse trainer friend at Santa Anita Racetrack in California called me and told me about this high-powered PEMF machine they used on their horses and how well it worked. That same day, while at a horse show in Atlanta, a customer approached me and told me about a similar device. I felt someone was trying to tell me something, so I called the manufacturers. It turns out both were going to be at an anti-aging conference in Orlando, Florida. We decided to go and find out firsthand about this high-powered PEMF product. While attending a machine demonstration session at the show, they asked for a volunteer from the audience to try the machine. Debbie looked at me and said that she would do it because nothing had worked for her, and this new machine probably would not work either. Then we could leave and return to Ocala. She volunteered, went to the stage, sat in a chair, and had her shoulder treated for 8 minutes. When she stood up and went to move her arm as directed, she had complete mobility and no pain in her back or shoulder. With tears in her eyes, she looked at me, and I immediately knew that we would have to find a way to get this miracle machine. We worked a deal with one of the manufacturers, bought a machine, and began a continuous treatment regimen that gave her total mobility and no pain. For the past 15 years, her protocol has been 2 to 3 20-minute treatments, giving her 3 to 4 weeks of no pain and complete mobility. Her doctors still question why she has no pain or mobility issues when they look at her x-rays. Another Debbie machine miracle. In 2004, Debbie was diagnosed with an ascending aortic aneurysm at just under 3 centimeters in size, with 5 centimeters considered very serious. So it became routine that she would return to the doctor every 6 months for an MRI to monitor the situation and ensure it was not getting any larger. At the time, she was treating our boxer's hip dysplasia with a low-power device to avoid the dog needing surgery, hopefully. She would lay in a coil with the dog during the treatments. The machine's miracle is that the dog never required surgery. When Debbie returned to her doctor for her next MRI of her aneurysm, the results showed that it had reduced in size, which the doctor said seemed impossible because aneurysms don't shrink. She treated the dog periodically, and thus herself over the next couple of years with little change to the aneurysm. As previously mentioned in 27, we began using the high-powered PEMF devices, and she continued her treatment regime. We traveled full-time in our RV bus, promoting and building our business. Consequently, in 2008 and 2009, she missed her biannual checkups for her aneurysm. When we stopped traveling full-time in 2010 and returned to Louisville, she scheduled an appointment to see her doctor. He gave her a stern lecture for not keeping up with her checkups and then scheduled an MRI. When the results came back, he called her to the office and informed her that the aneurysm was gone. He explained that it must have been a misdiagnosis because he could not figure out what had happened. Of course, he would not discuss or consider the potential effects of PEMF. With 4 years of supporting MRIS, he did not know what to say because this does not happen to diagnosed aneurysms. To us, this was a Magna Wave machine miracle. Parkinson's machine miracle. Karen bought her Magna Wave machine to treat her horses and her husband Harry, who suffers from Parkinson's disease. He had been diagnosed 2 or 3 years before she got her machine. It was a fast-progressing kind, and it had looked like he had already had it 10 years. He had lost 75% of the left side of his body and was stumbling and dragging his foot. He could not grab anything with his left hand. He could not work with tools, which left him depressed because his hobby and his gift from God was building beautiful furniture. He stopped building stuff. He started getting angry and cranky because he knew he was losing his life and losing everything he enjoyed. With the first treatment, nothing much happened. With the second treatment, nothing happened. After the third treatment, he said, "Wow, I feel better. I feel excellent." That night, he did not have to take his pain medicine or his sleeping medicine to go to bed. So, after the third treatment, he had already stopped taking 2 of the 9 or 10 medications that he was on, and with each treatment, he had just gotten better and better. After 6 months of treatment, he began building furniture again. He returned to work and managed a $14 million wastewater treatment plant in Texas. You have to be 100% mentally alert to be responsible for this kind of work, and Parkinson's affects the entire body physically, mentally, and emotionally. The machine has helped reverse his disease symptoms more than 50% of the physical damage. It has also helped him mentally and emotionally and has improved the metabolization of his medications, which intensifies them to work better. In the 3.5 years that she treated him, his medicine has not been increased or even changed. And if you know anything about Parkinson's, you have to change it every 6 months to a year to intensify it, or you have to change the medication completely. In the last report, Harry has decreased his number of prescriptions from 10 to 5 and continues to see improvement. I am continually amazed at the results people receive using this PEMF miracle machine. Health and wellness utilizing Magna Wave PEMF is my passion. My daughter Elaine Pauley now runs the day-to-day operations of the company, which allows me to dedicate my time to helping thousands of people gain health, wellness, and the success in their lives that they desire. I thank God every day for the opportunity to do this. I am available to help. Just let me know. You can find me on LinkedIn at Patrick Zemer. This content is not meant to present a diagnosis or healing protocol. It is presented as anecdotal information as PEMF is further researched and developed. I am continually amazed at what we continue to learn about PEMF uses for our health and wellness. Your questions, comments, and reviews are greatly appreciated. So until next time, this is Pat Zemer. Have a great day and wave on for better health.